Echo, they go back to the quad of Benicudi and
finally
the Carmilla maybe on the roam.
I'm not saying maybe. I'm saying it is. It is a Carmilla roam. I've been spamming this.
We've seen this in MPL ID. We've seen this in our pubs, in our RGs. But now, Liquid Echo, JP is going to try and make it work in MPL playoffs.
And I feel like this is also a steal pick away from RSG because Vixana paired with the Carmilla is definitely one of the combos that everybody should watch out for. And looking at the final pick here, what could it be?
Chip.
Chip, yeah.
Chip Ruby? Chip Ruby?
Chip? Let's see. Well, it looks like they're going to go for the Guinevere instead.
Guinevere roam in this day and age of the metagame.
Hey, we haven't seen that for a long, long time. And against the Carmilla, what do you think about this, Midnight?
To be fair, I don't think it is straight up against the roam or even the cores of Liquid Echo. I think it's just a good answer against the Fredrin because against the Fredrin, you want to be able to control him and make sure that he doesn't get the stacks. And make sure that if he charges up those crystallized energies, you are able to hold him down enough that your teammates can burst him. And I feel like you get that with the Violent Requiem from the Guinevere.
And even if you pair it up with the knock-up coming in from the Yuzong as well with the Petrify, that would allow for RSG to have a long crowd control time. And going back on that stat as well, I do think that RSG is also within top 4 of crowd control time inside the league right now.
Yeah, now looking at the lineup rating here, Liquid Echo does have the upper hand. They have an insane team fight with the Carmilla, Terizla, and Cloud combination, but there's a huge lockdown on the side of RSG. And you're right, they really love those CCs on the side of the Raiders.
And when we talk about crowd control, we talk about winning games. Who's going to win game 1? It's Liquid Echo versus RSG Philippines. And yesterday we saw 5 games in our first series. You think it's going to be the same story today?
I want 5.
I want 5 games.
I wanted 5. And again, the heat, the context of this match is Liquid Echo. They want to be able to buy in for their MSC chance against an MSC champion team that is RSG.
Just like that, JP burst a chunk of his health down, but Carl Teasy is already there as well. And so far, no big casualties.
And they're both taking it easy right now. But RSG a little bit more aggressive with the pokes early on just so they can control the rotations of Liquid Echo.
This is the classic RSG early game, just pure aggression. Don't show any sign of weakness. Just make sure that you're everywhere on the map. And they're able to do this with the Bastion. But Light, gets poked by Carl Teasy. Usually it's the other way around.
That is painful. Coming in from the box show 1 minute in the Fredrin rather. But overall, RSG still up with the tempo. Is this actually what RSG wants to do? Do they win the early game?
Well, in terms of what RSG wants to do, it has to be control the aggression that the Carmilla and the Fredrin together can dish out. So you want to try and match them with the pokes. Because if you let Liquid Echo do what they want to do in the early game, they're going to be invading the jungle after the first turtle.
Yeah. And look at this, 3 Purifies on the side of a Team Liquid or Echo Liquid.
Liquid Echo.
Liquid Echo. We're still getting used to it. It was a surprise for all of us.
It was a surprise for all of us. You know?
2 days right before playoff starts.
Liquid Echo with 3 Purifies, respecting the crowd control that RSG has, but it looks like Turtle will be started by Carl Teasy.
In the bottom lane, a bit of a gank onto the EXP lane to push him out. Carl Teasy already has brought down the Turtle to 4K. Little reset though.
All right. Classic moves from both sides. RSG, they let the enemy jungler get Turtle Prio, but Yuzong?
Here comes the Black Dragon form. Astral Echo dropping them down as well. That's an entry by Sanford. Penalty zone. Carl Teasy gets the turtle, but RSGPH are going to be fighting back. And the damage coming out from RSGPH hurts too much. First blood, make it 2 for RSG as Carl Teasy and Sanford fall.
Liquid Echo losing 2, and Turtle secured though. Who wins that trade?
I mean, for sure, RSG, they're going to be definitely happy with what they got. Even though they lost Turtle, it was because the jump from Sanford was there with the penalty zone, but they got 2 heroes, and that's the power of the box shot. The ability to turn these losing fights, they're still going to be able to get pickoffs right after the Turtle dies.
And look at the bravery coming in here for Benicudi. A 2v1 scenario, putting an aggressive BMI instead. I could never. My nerves would die.
Same, dude. It was like I am not that type of Claude player that can use Blazing Duet to clear waves and poke that early on. I'm saving that up until I have 3 items.
Same, dude. I'm a 3-item believer. I'm a power
pipe.
abuser.
Yeah, he only has a Swift Crossbow and he did that.
I mean, that's Benny. Come on. That's Benny.
It's Benny.
And that's just experience, you know.
That's a world champion right there.
World champion gold laner as well. But for RSG, even if they're up against world champions, they are former world champions themselves. Won MSC title in RSG, ahead by 1,000 in this matchup. Is this expected? Are we expecting RSG to ramp up the early game?
Oh, Light actually entry with a spatial migration. That's going to be JB with a burst of blood. Light going to be taking damage, but he survives. And look at the Eternal Guard by Aqua. Contis is taking a lot of damage. He doesn't have the ultimate anymore, and he goes back.
I mean, RSG, again, aggression is the name of their game. This is the task force.
No way.
Spear of Destruction. Is he going to go in? Nah. All right. And dude, the control, the macro, and the ability of the box shot to keep this going.
Oh, no!
He tried to hold, but he's not going to fall. RSG back off as Liquid Echo will bite back and defend the tower up top.
Let's talk about aggression here. RSG is doing this non-stop. They're going in 3 men at a time. But looks like Liquid will be starting once again the second turtle of the game. Liquid Echo, can they secure this for free?
Yep, I think Liquid Echo does take the turtle for free. RSG, they were in no shape to contest that turtle. And I mean, in a macro sense, it's right for RSG to just give it away. Because if you fight and then you lose against Liquid Echo, that's momentum being taken away. But RSG, again, with this kind of lineup, the prioritization on the box shot and the matchup preference, it does make sense that they are able to do this with these set of heroes.
Light has just been jumping all over, dude.
Yeah, he's not shy with it. I mean, there were 3 members of RSGPH there. If they got the jump, it would have been a go. But it looks like this is a go for Liquid Echo. Astro Echo finds them. Carl Teasy.
Wow!
Using the Spear of Destruction to get behind Carl and then be able to blink away.
My goodness, the dodge. The micro mechanics of these guys.
I could never have thought a defensive Spear of Destruction would have worked out.
Same.
But you know, how do you even call it Spear of Destruction if you use it to protect yourself, you know?
It's Spear of Protection.
It's Spear of Protection at this point, but RSG...
It's the SOP.
I can't wrap my
the
head
SOP.
around it.
Wrapping my head around it is not an option at this point because we have 3 people wrapping around Nats, and there is the option for Black Dragon form, but it's not using it just yet!
Oh, but in the bottom lane is actually a big wraparound onto Sanford. Are they going to be able to find Naz? No, he used the Black Dragon form to send the members of Liquid Echo back. They try to poke him down, but Aqua is here to help. 4-man rotation by Liquid Echo up top will not lead to anything.
JP?
Big win for RSG, the bottom lane, but Liquid Echo are continuing this on.
Wow!
Curse of Blood, the taunt, the damage. Aqua falls, there goes the fix out on Nas is trying to survive in the bottom, under the tower. But he falls down, but he's able to free hit. Demon Kite gets spotted out by Carl Teasy, and they're going to be chasing after this box shot. Carl Teasy, taunted, damage. Can he hold? He does not.
And just like that, Liquid Echo trims the lead from 800 to none.
The decision of Liquid Echo to go for that swap and the punishment, they saw that there were 2 heroes on the bottom lane. Even though Sanford died, they knew that it was always going to be 3v4, 3v5 max at top lane, and they are going to be favoring that trade. And again, the commitment. They dove that tower, disrespecting the Yuzong and the Vexana.
Oh, yeah. Carl Teasy might be in trouble here, but objective control is the name of the game. If you're Team Liquid, if you're Liquid Echo, 3 turtles secured for the early game as they scale towards the late game, in which I think the Claude should have the upper hand.
Yeah, this is classic trade in the late game. You don't... Oh, I thought not.
Gets dived upon by the members of Liquid Echo, but he flies away like a G6 on that dragon. Almost gets hit by the Star Shatter, but Nas survives.
You know what they say, if you can't reach a dragon, aim for the stars!
TC! Full-on combo by RSG! Sanford goes in with the penalty zone, but doesn't actually connect that much. Carl TC falls. RSGPH are going to be fighting back. Team Liquid Echo is trying to escape. Sanford will get taken down. Great rotational read by the Raiders.
And the Raiders fight fire with fire. The aggression coming in from Liquid Echo just is answered by the Raiders with aggression of their own.
Yeah, this is why people love watching Liquid Echo against RSG. It's always a back-to-back affair. somebody will always be able to win the trade, but somebody is always going to be able to go for the punish. You can never know who's winning these trades.
Yeah, not gonna lie, this fight right now is making me wet with perspiration. Two teams that have really made a name for themselves with water themes, a king of sea, a former orca.
Now with
You know, if you're now we're liquid, still wet. But you know, if we're wet of perspiration, we're also high in inspiration. Because Benicuni,
Aqua?
look at that damage, baby!
Okay, the stun left door, Shatter takes down the Vixana.
Oh man, this game is just. Oh, it's not stopping!
Purify, I love what I'm seeing.
There's
Curse of blood gets to Gartes, he goes in, Sanford, penalty zone. There's the Appraiser's wrap. Demon Guy still holding on, that's able to deal a bit of damage, but the Baksha will fall at the hands of Liquid Echo.
Crucial pickoff on Demon Kite. The Lord is started by Team Liquid.
Come on. Usually, whenever we see teams win mid-game fights, they just snowball. RSG just won a fight. Liquid Echo, they didn't care. They were like, all right, no Moscow, 5v4. And then they won that. Although the Spirit Destruction almost got the Lord, but again,
Yeah,
Liquid Echo now has the momentum back on their side.
You know, we always talked about this. Sanji on his Navaria. We typically see artillery mages way back in the back lines. But this Sanji Navaria is very different. He's the guy to use a sniper right in front of everybody else.
Yeah, the best way to land a sniper is just try to hit it point
blank.
Exactly. Oh, the Curse of Blood with the penalty zone flicker rescue by Sanford means that Aqua will fall. Liquid Echo still have the Lord. They're taking this in a more calculated route. They find Nats. He will fall. He will not. Or will he? He flies out. He survives. Carl easy. Take a lot of damage. Are they actually going to be focusing on the base right now? It's still 10 minutes in. It looks like they have to go back. Liquid Echo dominating RSG Philippines out of nowhere.
This is Liquid Echo coming into this matchup really prepared. That there is the pickup, the initiations, the jump, the snipes coming out from Sanji. It's also the draft preparation, but also the comfort on the side of Liquid Echo. Benicuni on this squad has been amazing all throughout these macro engages. The ability of Liquid Echo to be able to make sure that the Claude is farming up while they're keeping the pressure against RSG.
Yeah, and now it's a 5,000 gold lead for Liquid Echo. Largest gold lead so far in this 10-minute game. And after a few plays, after a couple of jabs coming in from RSG, the power punches coming in from Liquid Echo has just been going through and through. Now with this 5K gold lead, you guys think that the next Lord fight, could RSG fight that, or should they just concede that Lord?
I guess they have to poke it out first, right? If they can get someone
Poke.
down, and then if they can get build an advantage for themselves, then they go. But if it's really like a 50-50 and you don't know, I wouldn't take that if I'm RSG.
And the problem is right now, Liquid Echo, they have the priority when it comes to vision and also pokes because of the Navaria from Sanji. So even if RSG wants to contest, they really have to check a lot of boxes here, wait the Lord out, maybe force a team fight if Liquid Echo is not ready, but that's not going to happen. Liquid Echo is not letting any holes through their game plan. No side lane deaths. All of them are grouping up in mid. It's very important for Liquid Echo right now to stay together.
Yeah, and RSG, they're also staying together. In fact, they're just eating up the waves together as well. The base is getting smaller and smaller. They gotta extend the space that they have. Maybe a few galvanized steel squares and eco-friendly wood veneers, but not this time around because this is still a 5K gold lead.
Yeah, the economy for Liquid Echo, and of course the macro as well, pushing the opposite side of the Lord right before it spawns. They check all the conditions here for Liquid Echo to be able to take this Lord for free.
And now the Lord started as well by Liquid Echo, but are they going to continue this or are they just going to bait it out?
Yeah, they're going to be continuing.
Oh, that's a spear. That's big.
Are they absolutely going to try to enter? Yeah. Will they try? Nah, they won't.
It's big info.
Yeah.
Still, it's just like planting a drone camera, you know, just sending it out there.
Yeah.
Oh, they got the Lord. Haha.
Here's the info. Upload
We tried.
it.
Oh, Carl.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like gets stunned, he goes back and calls with the spam. RSG Philippines were doing this earlier, but RSG PH is showing, okay, go ahead, spam, we'll spam back. We know we're losing, we don't care.
I mean, Demon Kite and Carl TZ has been juking it out for years now. And I'd like to believe these two people are friends IRL, but looks like it's heating up in the battlefield right now. This might be the endgame push.
All right. There goes the Astral Echo Light, brought down really low. That's the stuns. Is he immune? Is he going to be able to escape? Yes, he will. Immobilize onto Demon Kite. And the entry by Sanford, penalty zone. Demon Kite will fall down. Liquid Echo have built an advantage for themselves.
Aqua
with a Petrify entry. And a blazing duet by Benny Cutie means
That's
Team Liquid Echo will take game number 1.
And Liquid Echo secures their first win under their new organization name.
Clean, decisive, precise. That's the mode of operation here for Liquid Echo. And one thing is for sure, they're not